Hey everybody, how the fuck is it going? This video finally got the front axle all together. Well, not all together, but more or less assembled, minus the C-hubs. Just got to get those all assembled on, but I'm not really worried about them at the moment as I'm trying to get everything lined up and officially on there right. So, really, I guess I'll show you. There's the front, more or less what it kind of is going to look like, right? But what I'm having a bit of I don't like, and it seems to be an issue with all the trucks I have with this panhard setup, is the axle wants to go like this. I know it has a little bit to do with the length of this, but I've never been able to fully get rid of it. So my wonder is if I go 4-link and just have the steer bar, I shouldn't need this anymore if I run 4-link, right? I can run it, I'm assuming, but I don't necessarily need to, I think. Am I correct on that one? So yeah, that's why, as you can see, it's just kind of like set in there. It's not actually really on. I'm just kind of like, well, do I really want it on there? It kind of makes it look, I like the look of it and all, it looks great, but it's a custom link, of course, so if I use it, I'll finish with some little O-rings in there, black O-rings or something to make it look nice. But I think if I run 4-link, I just shouldn't have to run that, and that way it kind of matches the rear end a little bit, you know, get the good flex. Because the rear end, you know, no problem at all. It's, you know, 4-link doesn't do that. But this 3-link panhard setup does. And it even does it on the Ascenders. And this, when I had the whole Vanquish setup on it, which is the same setup basically, minus that 1 link. Because I cannot figure out where that link went. It's just, I don't like that side mode. It kind of goes like that. I just don't like it. I don't know why. It bugs me. It shouldn't bug me that much. I mean, I don't think it's going to affect anything too much. But at the same time, I think it's going to. Like I always noticed when it was in, like with both trucks, the steering tends to go that way as well. Like it affects the steering. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit, see how I like it. Maybe run a 4-link and, you know, fuck around. Other than that, though, the truck is coming along great. Still waiting on the bits and pieces. One of the pieces just needs material waiting on material. Last I heard. So still got, you know, all the art or the Northern Truggy stuff on the way. You guys, you know, new to the channel, not sure what Northern Truggy is, the link will be in the description as always. Check them out for sure. I don't think the website's up anymore, but their Facebook has all the stuff, and I have a video. If you go down the playlist a little bit, I'll try and put the link to that video in the description. I show off a bunch of the work they've done, and yeah, just amazing work. And as you can see, like I've shown this off many times, but if you haven't seen this yet, that's the back. You know, you got the stinger, spare tire mount, other side, front of it. You know, like it's a really nice quality built. It's really nice quality built stuff. Fuck. Man, I can't fucking speak at all today. So yeah, make sure to check that. That's something to check. Northern Truggy. Check Northern Truggy RC. Northern Truggy. Once more, Northern Truggy RC. In the description. It'll be in there. Northern Truggy RC. Northern Truggy RC. So that's that. The truck is basically together. As I said in a previous video, that rear drive shaft's probably going to come out and be replaced with a bit of a beefier rear. The front's great. The spacing of it right now, at least, is perfect. I'm not too worried about it. But the back is just too loose for me, and I think I'm going to need something a little beefier. Just with all the weight in the back of the truck, I want to have, you know, something a little stronger. Other than that, though, the whole truck itself is coming along great. I've changed up again. I'm always changing my mind. I still have them, but I've decided to use Proline rims and tires. So for the time being, it will be the set that I have currently on the Ascender, because when this is done, the Ascender's getting torn apart to, you know, do an overhaul and possibly build something else. But realistically, you know, Proline, I run, you know, Proline all over the place stickers. They're the people that, you know, took me on when I was not even very big at all. I'm not even still that big, but, you know, they took me on. I was like, I think I was under 100 subscribers, and they started helping me out with, you know, not full-on free stuff per se. I have gotten some free stuff, but I get a discount, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, Proline down in the description. They're in every video. They're just in the description there. But nothing on this truck aside from the stickers was Proline. And I just don't like the narrowness of the Maxxis tires. There isn't, like the Axial ones, there just isn't enough there. I'm a big Proline fan. I like the tires. I've had them on every single truck, as you guys know. So realistically, they're staying Proline. Like, it's just the way it's going to be. So basically, in like a month or so, I'll be ordering the alloy. And I'll try and grab a picture of those for this if you guys don't know what those are. Proline now has alloy rims, beadlock rims, 1.9 and I believe 2.2. Maybe not, but I know there's alloy rims for the 1.9. So I'll be getting those, and then I'm just making up my mind on what tires. It's down to like 2 tires. It's the crawlers, or the new crawler tires, or the Hyrax tires. So no more RC 4-wheel drive rims and Axial tires. Nothing on either of the company's stuff. I really prefer the look of my Proline beadlocks. I don't know what it is. I just like them. I'm not a fan of these sandwiched together ones, and you use the hub and you guys shove the screw. It's just a pain in the ass. I've gotten good at setting the bead with the 1.9 bead rim lock. Proline beadlock rims. So I like to keep to those. And as I said before, I gotta have something Proline on here right off the bat. Eventually I will get the good shocks, but right now I gotta kind of prioritize. And there's nothing wrong with the icons. You know, they look good, so I'm just gonna run them. So that's that. That's the only change that's happened that's gonna be going into the truck. Other than that, still running the 55 turn with the A5. That will be in the truck. Right now it's just got the 35 turn in it, which I'm probably going to pull out. Well, I'm going to pull out. Yeah. But resolder the wires on and then drop the 35 turn into the Ascender, as long as it's still good. I'm going to check and make sure, clean it, and, you know, see how much life is left in it. But, you know, it should be good. I had no issues with it heating up at all or anything when it was all, you know, aluminum axles and everything with the SCX10, so the way this used to be. So realistically, I'm not too worried about the life of the motor. It should be fine, but I am going to check it. cleaning it, you know, regardless, clean it, but put it in the ascender, make the ascender faster. It's a little slow, and it's kind of light, so I don't need that slowness necessarily. I would like a little bit more wheel speed. With this, I don't want that lower turn motor. It's not going to be able to, because of the weight that's going to be in this truck, I kind of want to be able to have that efficiency always there. I know some of you might be like, dude, go brushless. And I just don't. I don't like the idea of brushless. It's never done well for me. Something always goes wrong, and just things break, and blah, blah, blah. 55 turn, it's there, it's got the torque, it will plow through anything you want it to, and I'm not worried about it. So that's what's going to stay in it, 55. The ring and pinion gears are stock ring and pinion gear size, so they're not like any different to the stock SCX10. And then, as I've mentioned before, the transmission is a 10, but since the 10.2 RTR has this same transmission, this is basically, in my opinion, just a custom SCX10.2. But same transmission that was in it before, all steel gear, not worried about that either. So the strength of the truck is still there. The gears inside the axles, good. The, where are they? Where did I put them? Where did I put them? Somewhere on this fucking messy table. Right there. HD drive shafts. You know, not worried. They're going to be strong. The rear, I never have problems with the rear shafts, and if they break, yeah, you know, fuck, I'll fucking replace them. So this truck is built to take a beating, and then once the bumper, the body mounts, and even the rear, I'm getting it's ready, a tow hitch for the rear, so I can tow bumper, you know, tug of wars, whatever. Once this truck is put together, it's going to be a little heavy, but durable. I've built this truck in with the mindset that once it's done, all I'm gonna have to do is really do the lockouts. You know, replace these with the aluminum. Get the, I believe they're doing them the beef tubes. Get the beef tubes in there, and yeah, that's it. So, like, other than, you know, get the new Pro line stuff, but I'm gonna have the rims and tires on here, so it's that are running more or less the same as the alloy ones. They're just not quite as heavy in the weight department. But it's gonna make no difference. The truck's gonna go just as far. But as for like strengthening the rest of the truck itself, all I have to do, because the bottom plate's aluminum, drive shafts aluminum. Even the ones that the other one that I'll put in here is aluminum, or steel drive shaft, I believe. I think these are actually steel drive shafts. So all I'm gonna have to really do is the beef tubes, the rear lockouts, the C-hubs in the front, and link mounts and diff covers. That's it. It's just the outer axles that I need to really do. Once it's all finished and complete and running, the final upgrades are just, you know, really the outer axle stuff. And if, you know, the beef tubes are inside technically, but, you know, I don't really foresee needing beef tubes right away, so I'm probably going to run them for a while without the beef tubes. I'm going to run them stock regardless for a while, but once I get the C-hubs, that's when I'll also get the beef tubes, just because the C-hubs are a little bit, you know, they're a little bit more weight to that, plus the alloy rims. I want that strength in the axle itself. so it's not wanting to just fold. There's a few videos of axles just folding, snapping right off, but it never seems to happen with the beef tubes. So hopefully I get those around the same time as the C-hubs. So that's it. Fucking rambling on here about just fucking nothing. Blah, 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 blah. I've probably talked to you guys about this a number of times. This is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, and here I am. This is what I'm doing. So I'm gonna shut up. You know what I'm doing. That's another new part though. I got that. It's from Wish. This is a Wish app purchase. It's just a little gas can. You know, nothing special. It does have a little spinning piece on the top, and I believe that doesn't pop off, obviously. That's a handle. That's got the little handle, and then a little spinny top piece. This little chrome piece spins around, and then a little holder. So, you just see if I can pull it up. Comes with this little plastic holder, and you stick it in there, and yeah, put her in. And it just clipped right in there. Done. Clipped. Bitch ain't coming out. It can slide around, but it won't fall out. It's actually pretty decent. As it just came off, harsh. That was you couldn't see it. Okay, you couldn't see how much force I had to that. That wasn't fair. Fucking stupid thing. Anyway, you see what it is. It's just, you know, little thing there. Pretty cool. Probably stick it. I'll either figure out a spot, you know, maybe stick it right up in here somewhere. Get it mounted like right there. So actually I'll probably put it right there, assuming everything, you know, clears it, there's no problems. That's where I'll stick it. So you probably cannot see what I'm doing. Like, dude, can't see that. I can get your shit together. Terrible at doing this shit. Fucking dumbass. Anyway, that's what it is. Right there. So we probably have it like right there or something. Or something. I don't fucking know. It's gonna be something. That's all I can tell you. It'll be somewhere. Maybe even like right there. It probably won't be there. So like maybe up there. I don't know. It'll be fucking somewhere. Probably gonna be there because it seems to work the best. But that's really. I love Wish. Wish is fucking cool. You go on there. They got tons of stuff. This was like, I don't know, $3, maybe even free with shipping, or just, you know, pay the shipping. I got a tow chain still on the way, a mouse, a wireless mouse, and I have actually not had to pay for any of this stuff. If it doesn't arrive when it's supposed to be there, they refund you your money. Still waiting on the tow chain, still waiting on the mouse, but I got my can. Fuck. The tow chain, I always get the fucking hiccups. It's like it's the camera. I'm blaming the camera for my fucking hiccups. Creating like an acid refluxy sort of fucking annoying. The tow chain itself is actually like a metal chain with actual metal hooks. So eventually, you know, like I'll have it back here, maybe wrapped around the back bar here or something. Or being that I can just look at and see what this would look like, I can maybe wrap it through here and then have it hooked here, kind of thing, or hooked down here. Something, you know, I'll figure it out. But I don't know, it's just cool. It's, you know, there's cheap stuff, and if you can wait the time, I recommend looking at Wish. Look up Wish app. It's pretty fucking cool. And especially for me, like all the, you know, the YouTube fundings that I get, which I think I make like, sometimes I've actually made like $5 a month or whatever, which, you know, that's nothing. You can't pay your bills with that. But, you know, to get that extra $1.50 to $5 a month added into a PayPal account every month, eventually, you can buy stuff. And on Wish, you can generally just buy a lot of just random, you know, whatever. When it comes to scale items, you know, it's like probably, what, $10 at an RC shop? You know, like they charge you quite a bit for a fucking little gas can. So why not check out Wish, right? Yes, I know Proline has scale equipment. I could technically just order some of that stuff, and I probably should. Probably will. But thing is, why do it when you can just look right away on Wish and maybe get one for free? Probably actually for free. And then, you know, go on to save your money and then get a couple extra things from Proline or RC 4-wheel drive or any of these companies that make scale equipment. Like I for some reason really want an ARB, little ARB cooler. But they're fucking expensive. Like, just for what it is, it's kind of like, really? Really? And I'm sure online they're cheaper, but then you gotta pay shipping too, right? So it's not actually that much cheaper than just going down to the store and buying it. So, you know, if I buy all this stuff and get it free, I could just save up that little extra money, and one day I'll just go and buy the ARB mini cooler and stick it in the back of the truck or in the back of the next one I'm building or something like that. So, you know, it's just, that's all it is. I just not 100% sure what exactly I want scale-wise. I just know I want a few things, and if I can get things really cheap, I'm going to do that. Especially if I can get just my money back at the end of the, you know, 30 days. If you don't get it, here's your money kind of thing. That's fucking awesome. I mean, yeah, it's coming straight from China, so they don't give a fuck. It costs them nothing to make it. But it's just the fact. It's like, it's customer service in a sense. Like, no, if it's not there, we'll give you our money back. Or give you your money back. And it's why I keep going back to Wish, you know? Like, the shocks and the Ascender are from Wish. All aluminum shocks. And they're still working. They're not bent. They're not anything. They don't leak. They are fucking good shocks. So I just don't have any complaints. So far, this is plastic, but it's a cool little item. You know, this thing here came from Wish. You put it on your hand, so it like wraps around your wrist and it sticks on your fingers like this. And then you press this button, you got lights. So when you're working on something, you can go like that and you got light. I'm blind. I love things with lights in them. It's like a fetish I have now. Just ooh, lights. Yet I don't have any lights on my RCs because I find it a pain in the ass because you have to fucking run wires and all this bullshit. I know, you guys are probably like, dude, just shut up and put the lights in. Get a fucking light bar and just deal with it. No. I wouldn't be wheeling at night, so why do I need fucking lights? I'd be camping. I'd be sitting there, making some food, having some drinks, smoking, you know, a couple joints. I'm not gonna be fucking wheeling. Same with the RCs. I can't see at night, so why am I gonna fucking go out at night? I don't need a fucking light. It's just a waste of fucking power. Anyway, that was just a rant. Yeah. So that's really that's all there is. There's nothing much else to show you other than just rambling on about anything else I can possibly do. Like the fucking Traxxas TRX4 thing. What's with the fucking Traxxas new Traxxas truck? New. That TRX4 having plastic fucking geared servos. Like Traxxas, come on. What, like it's like they built something cool with a bunch of plastic and then went, well, you know, I think we should just make people have to spend more money and we'll put our stock servos in there. I mean, it's just turning a little fucking rod, right? It's not gonna it's not gonna break. It just fucks right up. I've been seeing a bunch of videos of guys they're on the trail, switch a gear, lock a diff, and it's just no more servo. Traxxas, you're starting to use your head and making a good scaler, but you're not using your head with fucking servos. Ever. Get some fucking Metal Gear servos in there. Stop being fucking Jewish. And just put them in there. For us, maybe. I mean, $650, no Metal Gear servo. I'm not gonna buy it. I know that might be a lot to say, but I'm not. There's like how many servos in the fucking thing? For $700, I'm not getting a Metal Gear servo. This Metal Gear servo has lasted. Same with the other one. It's lasted. Like, you get a good Metal Gear servo, you know, good high torque servo in there, they last. Why can't they just do that? It didn't cost them $700 to build that truck. You know that. So why can't they just drop a good servo in there? Again, Traxxas, the Jewish things, just gotta stop. Like, enough of the Jewish stuff. You're not fucking the best in the world anymore. Especially when it comes to the scale market, you guys really needed to think about that. You guys got Axial to compete with. Even Viterra's kind of up there. Same with a lot, like, you know, these custom guys. Like, Traxxas behind the 8-ball. I'm really, really surprised they're still doing that. That's just a... It's kind of a bit of a... fucking something. I don't know. All I can say is I'm not spending $700 to have to spend another like $200, $300 on fucking servos. Because there's, what, 2 to 3 of them, so I'm not fucking doing that. Not more than that. I don't know how many there are, but I'm not... I haven't looked too far into that. All I know is the servos die when on the gear switcher ones and the locker ones. So I just find that mind-boggling. $700 and no Metal Gear stuff. Ah. Yeah, it's just. I don't know. It's yeah. I don't know. It makes me speechless. It just makes me that much. I have nothing else to say, I guess. I guess that's where I'm at on this video. I have nothing else to say. So I hope everyone's having a great week. I'm going to try and have this video up by tomorrow, which will be Friday, which is my birthday. Happy birthday to me early. Well, unless you're watching this today, it's my birthday! It's Friday, maybe, but it's not Friday because it's Thursday right now. But if it is Friday when this is up, it's my birthday! I'm getting fucking older and more bald and fucking shit. That doesn't matter though. It's always good to get older. You learn things. And shit always happens. So just look for the silver lining. Always look for the silver lining. But that's pretty much the bombshell for this video. Yeah, happy trailing. Have a good weekend. I believe it's the long weekend. I don't know about like national, worldwide, but I believe it is. At least on North America way. So, everybody, have a great weekend. Crawl the fuck out of your trucks. Remember, you know, if the truck's not working for you, it's not crawling up something, give it a little swear. So get the fuck up that hill. Like, Jesus Christ, come on, come on, come on, get the fuck up there. Come on, you can fucking do it. You can fucking do it. Yay! It fucking made it. The truck fucking did it. Sometimes the trucks need a little bit of swearing encouragement. I do it all the time. You know, they flip over, oh, you fucking cunt, why'd you do that? Like, you get mad at the truck, not the driver. That's how I visualize it. It's always the truck's fault. But I'm blind, so fuck what I know. I'm just a fucking, just a blind asshole, I guess. But, no, that's how it is. Just, you know, give it a little bit of tough love. And it'll always work. It always works out. A little bit of tough loving. You know, just like anything in life, everything needs a little bit of tough loving. You know, and then at the end of the day, a little bit of gentle fucking. So, it's just the way it is. be nice to it at the end of the day. During the day, get the fuck up the hill. End of the day, good truck. You did it. A little respect to the truck, right? Anyway, I'm veering off. I'm going crazy here. Being fucking stupid. So, have a great weekend again. Like I said, for about the 8th time. Happy trailing for about the 8th time. Cheers, everybody.